Welcome to Toot Your Own Horn, Music Matters. Today I am with Wenjang Mu. Welcome, Wenjang.
Oh, thank you. I'm so honored to be here.
I'm so happy to have you. We would love to hear your story about how you chose your instrument. Would you start at the beginning?
Oh, okay. So, I'm originally from China, and when I was a child, around the year 2000, life was very different from today. So, in my hometown, there were not many school bands, and learning Western music, Western instrument like clarinet was not very common.
Oh,
So, but yeah, but I was very lucky. Many people in my community loved the music. So after school, I still can remember. I could hear kids practicing piano, singing, playing some like Chinese folk instruments
oh.
like erhu, pipa, something like that. That was the first time I felt close to music. And I should say, there was a clarinet player in my community who really changed my life a lot. I can still remember him playing music that composed by Weber, like concertino, or something like that, and some classical tunes and some beautiful Chinese folk songs. His playing I should say it's full of feeling. And even though I was a kid, I could understand the emotion he want to share through the clarinet. That was so good for me. So after listening to his play, I fell in love with the sound of the clarinet. It is so deep, so warm, and so dark. Yeah. So I think it matched my personality at that time because I was a very quiet and shy kid. I felt that clarinet could speak for me. So
Ah,
that's the reason I picked clarinet as my instrument. So after that, I asked my parents to buy me a clarinet and pay for lessons with that musician. Even though it was a very big decision for my family, but my parents supported me a lot.
did you have music in your family? Did anyone else play a musical instrument?
No, I'm the only one that learn music. No, none of my family member has music background. So,
So it was because of this friend and hearing them play that you chose to ask your family for this. So it was all your decision. How old were you?
like 10 years old or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not like start very early. Yeah. A lot of kids will start to learn music around 6 to 8 or something like that in my country. So.
So then what happened?
At the beginning, I made a very fast progress. Yeah, that's good. I guess maybe I had some nature like talent, or maybe it was just because not so many kids in my city choose clarinet as their instrument. So I quickly got many chances to play solos in some community events. These experiences made me more confident. And then something really special like happened. I think because of the clarinet, I have changed a lot. I should say I was no longer so shy, and I think the performance experience helped me make a lot of friends and become more outgoing. So music gave me a way to talk to people and share my feeling without needing uh, a lot of words. I was accepted into a university in China where I studied music, learning how to play with small groups and big orchestra seriously. And after that, I was very, very lucky to be accepted into the Central Conservatory of Music in Beijing, which is the top music school in China. So I go there to study for my master degree. Yeah. So in Central Conservatory of Music, I have learned a lot from my professors. They are amazing, believe me, and from my classmates. And also they are very competitive. I think it opened a new world for me, not just like playing music better, but thinking deeper about music. And after I graduate from my master degree, I got a principal clarinet position in an orchestra in Beijing, and I also started teaching at university. Finally, I choose teaching as my final job because I loved helping young people, young students to find their voice through music, just like I find mine. And after teaching for 9 years, I felt, yeah, maybe I need to keep learning. So, uh, so I can got more ability to help my students better in the
Right.
future. Yeah. So that's the main reason I decided to come to the United States to continue studying, growing, and developing my career in the future. Yeah.
And was it presumed that you would just go on in music when you were recognized as a fine performer? And did you just accept that, or were you as excited and encouraging like you were with your family when you chose the instrument? How did you make
Uh,
that big decision? Such a big decision to pick a career in music.
Yeah, I think it happens to me smoothly. Like I just practice and then I got some opportunities. Then I go to that opportunities and then it go on and go on. So I don't think I really pick up clarinet. I think it's clarinet picked me. So
Mhm.
that's a very strange feeling. So I think the only thing I do is taking some lessons from my teachers and practice in the practice room, and then I perform, I communicate with others, I rehearse with other musicians, and after that, always some lucky things will happen to me. So.
And how did you learn repair? Because you also know something about repair.
Oh yes, I have been working for an instrument repair shop in China for 4 years, and when I was teaching in at university, it's better to got the ability to help my student uh, to repair their instrument because I think instrument is very important for musical expression and it can affect the sound and the way we play a lot. For example, Anton Stadler worked with instrument maker in 18th century to design the basset clarinet, and that basset clarinet actually changed the way Mozart composed the famous clarinet concerto. It shows that how important the instrument can be for the musician. So so I'm thinking if I can learn how to repair instrument, I can get more ability to help my students. So I start learning and work for others and yeah, that's the story.
In China, is it easy to get a job as a beginner repair technician?
Mm,
Or was it because you asked, or how did that happen? How did you wind up starting to learn?
Yeah, because I'm surrounded by a lot of musicians. Some of them will own their own music shop, instrument shop, and they will hire someone to help them like repair instruments. And one of my best friend asked me, "Hey Frankie, if you want to like repair instrument for me, I can hire you or something like that." So I go to his like I went to his instrument shop. Yeah,
And so you learned because it was your friend who owned the shop.
yeah. And I learned it also because I kind of think it's an important way to help other musicians and also help my students. Yeah,
But that
yeah,
was the main reason he was willing to teach you was because you knew each other.
yeah. That's
Because
right.
in the United States, you can't do that very easily because people don't want to teach you. It's too expensive and time consuming.
Oh yes. Actually, it is. Yes, yeah. My friend, like spend tons a lot of times to teach me like how to change the pad, how to change the cork, and how to make the tuning like stuff better. Yeah, it is very time consuming. Yeah.
What did you discover from that experience in how it helped your students?
For example, if we are teaching some beginners, a lot of time we are not quite sure what happening if they cannot make a sound, if we don't know if they have a good instrument. But if we know how to repair the instrument, we can make sure uh, their their instrument, their clarinets can work like perfect. So we can know maybe there are something wrong with their embouchure or maybe something wrong with their fingering. And besides that, I think uh, if the clarinets work better, the student can relax their fingers a lot, so they can learn much more faster. Yeah, they can learn faster.
And how did that help your students? Were you able to see the effect of that with your students?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. A lot. I will check the clarinets for my student like every month to make sure every pass can seal like perfectly and the cork works well. And I will help them to change the balance of the mouthpiece and also help them to to adjustment the reed to make sure they have the best equipment that can support their learning.
Do you think they saw you differently because you could do those extra
Yeah,
tasks?
definitely. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
How so? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, yeah. I think they were very like happy to be my students because they can save a lot of time to to find some technician in another city, and also a lot of students from other studios will find my students and say, hey, could you please help me to ask you Professor Frankie if he can repair the clarinet for me. So my students always think, oh yeah, it feels so good.
A very good skill for a teacher to have, I think.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's very valuable and useful. Yeah.
But in China, they don't charge so much for repair, do they?
No, sadly, no. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think, in my opinion, everything in China was a little bit cheaper than the United States. For example, if we change all the pads for students as a clarinet technician, we only charge like $100 or something like
Wow.
that.
But
Yeah, yeah.
that's like at least 4 or 5 hours worth of work.
Yes, 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 and even less because all the all the like repairmen are competitive and they want to fight with each other to get more customers.
See, I've never thought of repair as being competitive in that way. It's a service. You help people to improve. And if you trust the person, then you trust the technician and you pay what they charge. It's not about shopping the technician.
Oh yes, yes. I think that's the correct way to think about this question, this situation. But a lot of them will think there are like certain amount of clarinetists. If I repair some clarinet for them and others cannot, yeah, so they will try to compete each other to make sure they can repair the most clarinet and earn
Mhm.
much more money. Yeah.
And what made you choose the school you chose to come to in the United States? How did you decide on the school?
Yeah, so that's another story that a clarinet picks me. So I met my professor, Dr. Mingzhe Wang, in China. So there was a festival in Beijing, and both of us performed in that festival. And after that, we talked to each other, and I think he's a really good professor. And he might think, oh, Frankie is a talent student. So we like each other a lot. So that's the reason I come to the Michigan State University, where Dr. Mingzhe Wang teach clarinet. Yeah.
Mhm. And how long have you been here?
Oh, this is the third year I have been in the United States, and also this is the fourth year that I learn English. So I apologize for my accent and a lot of grammar Grammar fools. I'm sorry for that. I will try my best to improve my English ability in the future.
Your English is awesome. You
Oh,
are
thank you.
doing amazing, Frankie. It's just incredible. I can't speak any Chinese. You'll have to teach me some.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. It's so encouraging. Thank you. I will do. I will teach some Chinese if you want to know about them. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, all languages are beautiful, but it has its own complete, unique style. And it's like Greek. My father was Greek, and it's like Greek in the sense that all the letters are different and, the whole thing, right? It's
Yeah.
a complicated language.
Yeah. Hmm.
And it's also a universal language. So lots of people know Chinese, and it's a good language to know as a younger person. That's good.
Yeah.
And so what do you see your future in the clarinet? You think it will continue to choose you?
Yeah, I think so. And I got another story for clarinet pick me because I met you.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm taking clarinet repair class from Lisa Clarinet shop. Yeah, I feel very honored about that. And that's exactly the next story that clarinet picks me. Yeah. I'm so appreciate for the opportunity. I really enjoyed learning about repair work, and also I think I have learned a lot from you, the way you're thinking about the whole industry. So in the future, I think I will try to refine my repair technique, repair skills from you, and also I will try to build more connections with other musicians. And additionally, I will also actively teaching and performing to stay connected with the music community and keep growing as a musician.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
and your audience, the people that will be most receptive to you is always unique to you, right? It's
yeah.
everyone has people that are attracted to them and their music and how they play. And it's so important, I think, to not only be able to offer the beauty through your playing, but through your teaching and through your ability to fix something or to help somebody make a choice in buying something. Those are very valuable skills because it helps entice people to want to participate.
Yeah, yeah, that is very important that all the musicians can support each other instead of compete to each other. It will change the whole music community.
And to do that, we have to start to see that there's abundance and there's lots of opportunity instead of it seeming like we have to take something to get something, right? And
Yes, yes, you're right.
that's what, at least for me, what this is all about is can we do that?
Yeah, we will try our best.
Yeah, yeah. Just because it would make it so much richer, when more people participate, because there'll always be excellence among those who have fiercely worked and studied and done all the things that you have done and that I have done to be able to develop it. But there will always be lots of people then who want to participate, which will make it be a flourishing industry.
Yeah,
That's the goal.
yeah, it's so meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you have sacrificed enormously to do this because you have a wife and a child.
Oh, yes, yes.
That was a
Yeah.
big decision. So it is obviously very important to your family that your music is achieved at a very high level and recognized for you to make that sacrifice. That's a big sacrifice.
Yeah, yeah. I feel very thankful for my family, for especially for my wife, because she we had a son last year, and she brought my son back, returned back to China like 3 months ago, and for now she's kind of taking care of our child by herself. That means a lot of work. The reason she wants to go back is because she wants me to focus on my dissertation because I'm about to graduate from Michigan State University, and she wants me to focus on music and for seeking the job. So I feel so thankful, and I think yes, it's a huge sacrifice, and my family supported me a lot. Yeah.
And equally for you, because you could have stayed in China. You had a very full
Oh
career
yes,
already in China, right?
yes, I miss them a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, that's a big step. What made you want to make that big step? Why not just stay in China?
Um, As I mentioned, I think the United States is a better place to got more opportunities and got more resources to develop my career in the future, and also to make me keep learning something, and so that I can become a better musician and I can make connection with others easily. Yeah, for example, we cannot even use YouTube or Google
Uh,
in China.
right.
So, but in the United States, there is no limitation. So, yeah, that's one of the main reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there is a huge population here who are disciplined, who are of Chinese descent, or who are, interested in music and have the will to learn. And I do think that there are something about demographics, like people like to learn from people that they trust. And
Yeah.
the Chinese community, I think, is very loyal to each other and very in a good way. I think it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think that Chinese people are very disciplined. I see so many, you see all these little violin extraordinary kids and you see them playing piano and they're just, they have inherently a will to learn and will to work.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I think you are right. There are a lot of Chinese kids want to learn like Western instrument and music for now. So I think we have a like big market in China. Yeah.
I do. And I think there's a big market here. And it's very exciting to see that you want to help spread that goodwill.
Yeah.
If somebody was listening to this podcast and absolutely loved what you said about your background and playing an instrument, what would you tell them to try to play a wind instrument right now?
Okay, so if I should give advice, I should just say if you want to learn music, just go for it. Because I think music is the most beautiful gift you can give yourself. But at the beginning, it might feel very challenging. Your sound might not be perfect, and your fingers might not move the way you want. But don't worry, I think every musician, even great musicians, start exactly the same way. So the most important thing is enjoy the journey and play with your heart and be patient with yourself, and also celebrate every step forward. Yeah, that is exactly what am I doing in my like learning journey. And also, I think if we should find someone to play with, play the music with, just like friends, teachers, community groups, and because music can become even more special when you can share it with others.